Okay, welcome. This is a video that came a bit off the cuff. Um, I was just minding my own business today, as usual, and then I remembered I have a bunch of games that I've made over the years, and I haven't played them in forever. And I thought, okay, what if I'm gonna have a little, um, retrospective trip down memory lane and just look at all of the things that I've developed during the past few years and just look what I've done and where how far I've gone. So I I have a vague idea of some of the stuff that I've made, but some of the other stuff I'm also kind of like I've forgotten. So we're gonna just see what I've made. We're gonna see what we'll find inside these folders. And hopefully it'll be something interesting. I'll have some interesting commentary. So, Project 1. Let's see, what is this? Okay, so usual Unity build. Made with Unity. Oh, this is back when the splash screen was blue. Okay, so we have a simple main menu. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm beginning to remember this. Uh, I made this in 2017. I think this was I think this was 2017 fall or winter 2018. I'm not exactly sure, but sometime during that period. This was my my first attempts at making proper games. I think this was a dungeon crawler, something really simple. Uh, what do we have here? Is this an enemy? I I think this kills me. No? Oh, stepping inside it kills me, but I can step through it. Well, you can see my coding skills weren't the best. For example, things like this could happen. You can just step through an enemy, and yeah, I was the best programmer, but this was something, I suppose. I've forgotten about this, and I guess this is supposed to be some kind of puzzle dungeon crawler. Let's see, can I just cheese this? Oh yeah, I can. Oh yeah. Serves me right. I've beaten my past self. Oh yeah. I think this concept get evolves later on. Yeah. But I guess this was Project One, an untitled puzzle dungeon crawler. Let's see, what do we have next? We have the enigmatically named Project Two. Let's see, what will we find here? Another empty Unity launch launch window, another splash screen. Okay, so we have another main menu with simple buttons, and of course we have the classic Unity skybox. Oh yeah. I actually had a video of this posted on the same channel, maybe like a few years ago. When did I make this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. I think this feels really old. This feels really old. I think I made this project based on a tutorial I watched. I think this tutorial was from a YouTuber named Sebastian Log. He's really good. He still makes videos. I think he made a tutorial on how to make a top-down shooter, and I think I followed it and basically just changed a few small things about it. But yeah, I think in this project, if I remember correctly, you're just this dude. You're running away from red things. You shoot at the red things, kill them. Your gun spits out empty cartridges. You shoot little cubes at the red things, and you kill them. It's pretty simple. Nothing. I think you can die in this game. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think this game has a win condition. Well, there, we died. So I suppose that was Project 2. Honestly, I thought I had lost this. I thought I deleted this, and I'm kind of happy that that this still exists. But for the most part, everything is just cubes, and I just did everything by basically just copying a tutorial and changing some things. But it was fun though, and the SMG model was made by me. I think it's an MP5 or something like that. I made it in Blender. It doesn't look the best, but it looks alright. And I don't know, I might still have it. I might still have it. I have no clue if I still have it. I could actually even maybe look through my files if I have it. But I think this was textured. Like, you can at least see from a shadow the shape of the thing. So I think it looks pretty convincing. But yeah, let's see. So that was Project 2. I'm just going to have a quick look if I'm going to be able... Okay, so I'm back. I was not able to find the SMG model, but that doesn't matter. We'll move on to the next project, I think, which is in chronological order, and I think that's Spiral Vortex. Oh, yeah. Spiral Vortex. Let's see. What did the README say? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, was... So, hello. Thank you for downloading my game, Spiral Vortex. The controls are simple. Use the arrow keys or WASD to move around, and you can shoot by pressing the spacebar. The objective of the game is to survive until the end. Good luck. Also, most importantly, remember to have fun. Sincerely, Esko, Evtyukov. P.S. Feel free to leave your feedback about Spiral Vortex in the following link. Oh, that's nice. I actually wonder, does the survey still work? Does the survey still work? Holy shit, the survey still works. Oh, this brings me back. This brings me back. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the survey still works. Good to know. Okay, so let's see. Spiral Vortex. I kind of remember this. Another Unity launch window. Oh, the classic splash screen. And then we have Spiral Vortex. Oh, yeah, I made some little art for this main screen. A bit better than Project 1 and Project 2. At least this project had a title, so that's nice. So yeah, looks real stylish. I think it was made in GIMP, but it describes the game well. So play. Oh yeah, so we have a minimalist art style. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of Super Hot. Blue, not blue, but white, white and red. You know, you have striking colors, high contrast. Okay, and let's see. Let's kill this thing. Oh yeah. So you move around, you get hit by the bullets, and you die. So it goes there. The second wave starts, and then it goes, and then I have to. Oh yeah, I forgot how hard this game actually was. Oh yeah. This does bring back some memories actually. When I made this, I think it was middle school. Last year of middle school, 9th grade. It was middle school, and I think I made this around 2017 Christmas or something like that. I'm not sure actually. But I remember I made this game and I showed it to some of my classmates. And you know, I think we had like a class which was basically computer science or like technics or something like that. I don't remember. It was like a pretty scuffed subject. But basically, I made this game, I gave it to like my classmates, and then instead of actually doing the things that we were supposed to do in the computer science class, they played my game. And I was so happy when they did that. And you know, in my school had this file sharing system. But there were some restrictions on the file sharing system where you couldn't place your own files in there or something like that. I don't remember, but I think I found a way to bypass the restrictions, and I basically just put my game on one of the files on the like on my school's shared file sharing system, and it was then my game was there for everyone to play. I'm not sure if that many people outside of my class played Spiral Vortex, but it was fun, and it made me really happy when one of my classmates finally beat it. Because this game is really hard. You can only move in 8 directions, and it's hard to aim the projectile, and the enemy movement is pretty erratic. Basically, the enemies move closer and closer towards you, and they kind of also move around a circle, in a circle path around you. And it's controlled by the sine function or cosine function, something like that. I don't remember exactly the coding, but it basically, and there's also some randomness to it, I think. So it makes the enemy paths really unpredictable, especially when it's all based on how far away you are from the enemy. So, yeah. and they have perfect aim. They always aim towards where you are right then. So you have to always keep moving. I think there was an edge to the level. I'm not sure. I might have made the scale really big, so you can't actually reach the edge. We'll try. We'll go for a while. Okay, that's probably enough. Let's see. I'm gonna give one last shot at beating these enemies, and if I don't, then we'll just move on. There are 7 waves, and this game is kind of fun. There's some skill. Like, at some point I considered maybe making a sequel to it, I think, or just updating it, or like furthering the concept. Yeah, well, oh well. But I never pursued it. One of the biggest flaws with Spinal Vortex is that the enemies spawn immediately when the new wave spawns immediately after you've defeated the last wave, which then gives you absolutely no time to react. And since there's a lot of RNG involved with how the enemies are placed, usually the game's pretty unfair. But it was a fun game though. Okay, next game I think was Corridor Crawler. Oh yeah, this was real fancy. Let's see, can I make them bigger? Okay, well the icon is blurred. Goddamn anti-aliasing. Okay, well I think I put a bit more effort into the aesthetics for this project. You actually have a splash screen, or not splash screen, but a little banner on the Unity starting window. So when you play it, we get the usual Unity splash screen. Oh yeah. Corridor Crawler. It's a bit, how would I say, minimalist, but it's fun. Oh yeah, in this project I dabbled with random generation. Like, the big feature of this project was that I was gonna take the whole idea of making a dungeon crawler and kinda just expanding it, because one of my favorite genres of games are roguelike. So I thought, like, I'm gonna make my own roguelike, my own dungeon crawler roguelike. So there's a whole weapon system, and there's a whole like weapon and gadget grades quality system. For example, I think I program only one gadget into the game, but for example, if I press space, I go into gadget use mode, and then I can use the gadget, and I think, oh yeah, and the gadgets had a cooldown. They had a cooldown, so every time you move, the cooldown, well, it goes down. Oh yeah, and there we have our enemy. Ooh, I'm patting myself on the back a bit too much here, but I actually like the sound effects on this. So ominous, so bassy. Oh no. Oh, I'm in a bit of trouble. So I have a bad quality sword, but if I hit this thing, there's a sound, and I hit it, and it had 2 health, so it died. I can also use my gadget to slam into enemies, and well, the thing is, this game doesn't have animations, but what happened now was basically my gadget, this gadget flings me in a direction. So basically what happened was I hit the enemy, then the enemy started moving towards the wall, because the momentum, quote unquote, transferred, and then when it hit the wall, it took damage and it died. So yeah, basically in this game you have to navigate. Oh no, more enemies. Yeah, we're gonna run away from those. In this game you have to navigate the maze and basically find your way to the exit. Let's see, where is that? Oh god, there are so many enemies. Oh god, they're all making sounds. This is kind of terrifying, actually. Can I use my dash? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think when you use the dash, you can send an enemy flying, and then you can send that enemy that is sent flying sends the next enemy, and then that enemy slams into the wall and dies. So they kind of have momentum. I'm running out of health here. Well, that was traumatic, but no worries. Let's see, we have a passable quality gadget, orange. I remember when programming this was pretty hard. Just making the grid work, making the room generation work. What I think how the programming works in this one, I think, is that all of the rooms are generated first. Then there's one central room, and then all of the other rooms are connected to the central room via a path. And basically, if paths intersect, then they just do, and they become crossroads. And I think like sometimes it can lead to interesting level design, other times not. I remember just programming this thing was quite a bother, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Oh yeah, I think I made this system kind of dynamic. So for example, if I make an enemy walk into a bad quality melee item, then it picks it up. Oh no, oh god. There we go. I don't remember how the enemy AI works. I think it was that some enemies move every other turn, others move every turn. I'm not sure. I have no idea what determines any of this. Oh god, they're chasing me again. I'm gonna use my... I have 4 health, so I'm gonna use my abilities. Let's see, I can use my dash, so they're gonna dash past. Oh god, this is not good. Okay, I'm gonna try... I'm just gonna tank the... Okay, this... Okay, what am I gonna do? This is not good. This is very bad. Okay, I'm gonna cheese this. I was so close to making to the exit. Oh no. Okay, can I just speedrun my own game? Okay, I'm not... Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Oh well. That was Corridor Crawler. Dungeon Crawler, roguelike dungeon crawler made by me in... I think this was 2018, but basically, reflecting on this project, the random generation was pretty hard, but it was pretty satisfying to pull off, and my programming skills weren't that good back then. I had to dabble in some linear algebra when I had to turn some vectors and like do some funky stuff with that, but yeah, I think so. Let's see, next up from my retrospective, from my old games, oh dear, Fractal Dungeon. Oh, this is a fun one. This is a fun one. Okay, let's see. Here we have it. The volume might be a bit much. Let's see, hopefully this is better. But this was a really fun project to do. This was made during a game jam, and I don't remember how I came up with this concept, but basically I had this idea in a jam that you'd have a dungeon crawler, you know, like your action dungeon crawler, and then you'd have a fractal dungeon. I have no idea what the theme of the game jam was anymore, but somehow I came to this idea, and basically the idea was just to have a fractal dungeon, and as you see, when you go down the dungeon, it gets smaller, and eventually if you get far enough, then everything gets just too small, and just the Unity engine just bugs out. So from a programming perspective, this is really flawed, because this fractal doesn't go on forever, but this was a really fun project to do actually. The programming was challenging because I was still pretty bad at programming. I'm not that good at programming still these days either, but I'm trying to get better. But we wanted to include enemies in this game, but unfortunately just programming the fractal stuff and just making the movement work took a lot of time for my inexperienced programming skills, so we weren't able to implement enemies, but that was an idea, and the idea was that you'd have enemies, they'd spawn randomly, and you'd get loot and all of that type of stuff, but unfortunately just time ran out. But as a concept, this was really fun, and honestly, I could maybe even revisit it someday. But it's really fun, and I really like the music to this one. The music, I don't know, it kind of just fits. It really like invokes that type of old school 8-bit aesthetic and like feel. The music kind of really reminds me of the classic Splunky music that you have. If anyone's played Splunky Classic, it's a great game. It's the original game made by Derek Yu that inspired the first big Splunky game that was like released for like Xbox and Steam and other platforms, and then later which inspired Splunky 2. But if you go and like look up Splunky classic original soundtrack, then I think the cave theme from that game is really similar to this music. I don't know, it's just a striking resemblance. But anyway, this is Fractal Dungeon. Basically, that's that. Those are all of my old school games. These are like stuff that I made like back in like 2017 to 2018. Let's see, date modified, yeah. 2017, 20. The monotone is 2020. Like put it here, I think from somewhere downloaded. And then Fractal Dungeon is 2018. But yeah. Okay, so I just realized I didn't. I skipped one of the games that was kind of important during my first cut. While recording this video, I just realized there's one game that I forgot to include in this video that was made in actually, I think 2019. No. It was 2018. Yeah, this game was 2018, and Monotone was made after Fractal Dungeon, I think. I'm pretty sure it was made after Fractal Dungeon. So this is another game that I made. Ooh, we have the brown splash screen. Oh yeah, this game is gonna need some explaining. This is a bit of a personal game. So some backstory. I'll keep this vague, not to bore anyone with the details, but this game was kind of when I made this game, I was 16 and I was full with teenage angst, and you know, like I was a bit of an edgelord back then. You know, just your like generic like teen phase. But you know, like beside that, I had a bit of things I had to deal with. Like in my personal life, things weren't going that well, and this game is kind of the sum of that. So when you go left, you get thrust right in, and we have like all this text. So, oh, I'm here again. This is not happening. This is not happening. Maybe things will be different this time. Oh no! Like this is some very very how would I say, depressing stuff, just filled with a lot of anger and like bad emotions. But let's see, pain, boredom, redundancy, and if we fall down, then it's, should I just give up? There's no point in trying. Yeah, this game was a bit of a outlet for me, let's just say. Like, things just weren't going that well in life, and it was a bit of an outlet for me. But I have no clue how this game originally started. I think it was just I wanted to make a solo project, just a project all by myself, just have like full control. And I think I started by just messing around with making some 2D platformer controls. They're a bit buggy, no doubt, but as you can see, you can just fly up walls, but you go up and then there's more text. Funny thing about the text, this is using Unity's default text assets, not Text Mesh Pro. No, that Text Mesh Pro is a lot easier to use, but I was doing all of this text using Unity's default text assets, and on one hand, I got the text to look really good, and I had some flexibility on how I wanted to display it and all of that. But on the other hand, the issue with using the Unity text, internal Unity text, was that it's bound to the UI, and basically all the text lives on a specific position in the UI and on the screen. So basically, I had to take world positions and then translate them into positions on the screen, and then basically put the text where it was supposed to be in the world, but it's actually on the screen. So it was a bit of a headache to program, but at least the text looks good. I didn't know how to use Unity's Text Mesh Pro extension yet, so that's why I had to do it. But basically, yeah, this game was kind of about being stuck in a cycle. Being stuck in a cycle of... I'm gonna get a bit personal here. Being stuck in a cycle of guilt, of feelings of self-loathing and inadequacy. I'm not gonna go into more detail, but basically, and I guess this could just be like extrapolated to a lot of different like mental health topics, depression, anxiety, all of that good stuff. But this game is about just feeling trapped in an endless cycle. You know, it's a depressing game. I'm doing a lot better now, but like still, it's really interesting to just look at this 2 years later, and just be able to just, I'd say just laugh, because gosh, god damn it, this is some edgy stuff right here. But anyway, that was Monotone. Last game. That kind of concludes my extempore game retrospective. It's been fun, and I think it's been really interesting just going down memory lane and just like seeing how I've progressed as a game developer and just what I've made in the past. I hope you enjoyed this.